So it looked something like this.
This was the bespoke system used at Taito.
個別の各マシンにはキーボードじゃない。
But each machine did not have a
鉄の
keyboard,
箱、
but instead it just had a steel box
鉄の箱、ジョイスティック、
comprising a joystick
普
and,
通のゲームセンターのゲームのボタン丸い。
and game buttons that you can find at regular game centers.
So this is a table.
No, we actually pulled out the television from the game center games and then we have installed that screen into a dedicated box. But what's inside it was the television screen that was used at game centers.
Did you have yourself computer and programming skills?
ご自身もコンピューターのプログラミングスキルをお持ち No programming
私は
skills.
これをドットで絵をガーッと描いて。
I was responsible for actually drawing pictures in a dot method using these buttons and joysticks.
Did you take any photos at the time of this setup?
No.
So this could be a world first then, this image here.
Well, this was only used in Taito settings.
And when you joined Taito, was this station already here, or were they created while you were in Taito?
So when I joined the company, this part was not existing. These were the only ones that were existing.
だからセーブができない。
So that is why I could not save the images that I drew on the screen. So once I show up at work in the morning, I would take a look at what is being drawn, what is drawn on the paper, and I would type in the same image onto the screen. And before I leave work, I would copy whatever I had added onto the screen onto the paper.
In '83, it was kind of archaic system. Do you remember having any trouble, like shortage, so you lost all your work?
そこまではなかったですね。
No, I don't remember any incident of that sort.
逆に紙だとなくなりませんし。
Of course, once you copy them on paper medium, it would not go away. You would not lose it. And the disk had just, did not have so many errors.
怖かったのは、基板の、暴走、ハングアップ
Well, I was more considered of the motherboard being hung up
とか。
due to the heat or static electricity.
So
Yes, it went off.
So you could lose the work of one day?
だから、
That's right.
1日に何回かセーブしなきゃいけ
So
ない。
I would save a couple of times during the days in order to prevent that from happening. Quick's motherboard was quite high maintenance. So even if I turned on the switch of the screen, I would see error messages
そう
sometimes.
すると、ここを開けて、
In which case I
基板
had
を出
to
す。
open up the front in order to pull out the substrate, and in order to diffuse the static electricity piled up on the substrate, I would pull it out and wrap it up on a table and just like hit it a few times. And once the static electricity is gone, I would insert this motherboard back into its own original place again, and then it works.
Sorry, did he say wrap it up in a towel?
Yes.
Or
今から考えると信じられないくらいこう。
It's kind of unbelievable
バカバカしい話ですけど。
looking back as to what we were doing.
Ah. あれのやつだ。
最近書いたやつです。まささん見せたっけ？
うん、これ見たんだ。
これはこれを現代風にアレンジして
That's beautiful.
Thank you very much. これが初めて NCS でやった仕事です。
これ立体作ったもんね。
作りましたね。色こうとか3ページに入れるとか。
Which game is
ライトニングバッカス。シミュレーションゲームだっけ？ですか？
持ってけばよかった。
ライトニングバッカス。
もう 8898X 6パー。
X のパーはなかったんじゃなかった？
やりました。
やった。
And the PC engines draws using dots like this, right? And the picture of the dots being used here will be replaced like this. So the dots in this grid will be kind of replaced.
In a constant loop.
連続したループですね。That's correct. So although it's just the one piece of paper, this portion has a different movement than the rest. And we would be running them at different speeds on these three different layers, or the shelves, or whatever you call it.
手前は速く、後ろは遠くは遅く。
So we would run the speed faster for the ones that's sticking out, and the ones towards the back would be running at a slower speed.
So this would be its own individual block with an image scrolling in a loop inside it, and so there would be 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks. And then these 3 blocks would also move along the entire screen.
That's correct. So although it's just a plain piece of flat paper, by changing the speed and all, we can create a depth of field.
さらに、
And we used to draw characters in the sprite, and this would act as an animation. This was a very transparent small board. This was the old methodology. So we would place this transparent boards here.
並べる。そうすると、
And
スクロール
since
ができ
the
る。
transparent board has totally different speed compared to those in the back, we can create a totally different image, having its own speed velocity.
で、キャラはここで走ってる。
And the character is running right here.
そうすると、1、2、3、4、5、6。
So you have six different parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're running at different speeds. Each one of them different.
This Shubibinman 3 is one of my favorite games on the PC Engine. To hear your description like this, it sounds like a true form of artistry which is lost today with modern technology.
Well, you don't have to work this hard and create the same effect in a much more simpler manner. There are other special effects. There's a fall.
滝の流れる面。
There's a plane where the
Stage.
fall is the waterfall.
Oh, yes, yes.
ウォーターの流れてる向こう側に、壁。
And behind the waterfall, there is a wall.
壁の表面をこう流れてるのがありましたね。
Yes, there is a waterfall that runs on the surface of the wall. Do you remember? はい。
あれも半透明は使ってないです。
And we no longer use opaque or half transparent board anymore for that.
1枚目。
That's only one picture.
Oh wow, okay.
すると
And the way we did it was
こうドットでこう
so they are gradated, and each gradation has slightly different colors. So we have 4 different colors: A, B, C, and D. So we would sequentially differentiate the color from A to B, B to C, C to D, and then we will go back to A once again.
Have them cycling through.
And then cycle ができるわけですね。
で色は使ってる。でもこれだと後ろ側の壁がありませんよね。
But then you do not have a background wall in this case, right? はい。
これとはまた別の
So we would insert a different color that was not used before called color C.
これは青
Sorry, sorry. Yeah, so basically these colors A through D are blue type colors, but we would insert a new color called F, which is much more darker blue than the rest of the colors. So what we do is to kind of overlay this new color F onto these colors as to draw a brick type kind of graphic onto it. So even if the colors A through D are circulating in a cyclical basis, the F stays the same. So you would have a dark blue kind of brick behind these colors.
そうすると、壁の表面を薄く水が流れていく。
So then it can create, it has an effect to create an image as if the waterfall is falling down the surface of the wall.